welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Horror with Marchese and Buller show with me, William Marchese, and Gary Buller. And this episode we're going to talk about when we have these disasters that happen in the world and smaller, I guess you can say, outlets, YouTube channels, magazines, news places, they sort of jump on these things and they go a little too far sometimes just to make, I guess, likes or views or to start their platform up, you know, for whatever reason. This episode is just going to be titled something that's not, I don't want to capitalize off of that stuff, you know, because when you do that, especially if you're new, you know, and then you get bigger and people notice you and stuff, what do they notice you for? What do you think about it?
This is obviously in light of the Christchurch shootings, which I think 50 people have died. And the whole thing was sort of live streamed on social media, which, by the way, I saw some of the footage and it's absolutely horrific. It looks just like something out of Call of Duty. You know, even his gun, the guy's gun who did it, he'd written fascist figureheads in, like, I think it looks like it's been done in like Tipex or something on the barrel of this gun. So it even looks like he's got sort of a camo gun, you know. It's horrific. But that's by the by. What he did was absolutely disgusting. But what makes things kind of worse is when you have media outlets like that showing the full stream of this thing, exploiting a situation like that just for views, to get more people subscribing to their channels and things like that.
Yeah.
I won't go as far as saying that I think people who do that are as bad as the people that sort of perpetrate things like that, but certainly not helping.
Yeah.
And I think it's basically the social media equivalent of cockroaches, you know, if they're just sort of scavenging horrible, low-life, low-belly creatures, you know.
Meanwhile, you're trying to look for the news on this thing, and you're getting all these people who are just talking about it. I mean, some of them, sometimes you can get news. I'm not saying that all of these places are just trying to capitalize off of that. They're just, you know, sometimes they will give you genuine news and they'll link to the other places you can go look at stuff. But like even the video of that, I remember I was still asleep when you told me, and I woke up and I happened to look at my phone, and you said about the Call of Duty thing. And by the time I woke up, everything was erased. You could probably find it somewhere, but you know.
But what's quite funny is the biggest, I don't know about the States, America news is slightly different. The bigger ones, which are like Sky News and the BBC and things like that, they haven't actually publicised the footage. And they've not publicised, the guy who did the shooting did like a manifesto, a book, you know, of all his hatred, you know, saying about he hates Muslims for this and this, he hates Islam. And they refused to publish that as well. Because he don't need views, likes and comments, because they're the biggest outlets in England, you know?
Yeah.
But you get these, I saw one outlet did 3 videos in a day about this shooting, just for views, which was absolutely disgusting. And some of them actually used sort of blurry footage from the shooting, the actual shooting, as he's going through the doors into the mosque.
Yeah.
As their sort of cover photo for their video. Just to attract ghouls, you know, just to attract people to look at it. And when you click on it, and this wasn't an intentional thing, I happened to go into one of these videos. When you click on it, it doesn't show the footage of the thing. It's just to get you to watch it.
Exactly.
It's disgusting. It's really low.
I was listening on Sunday, and the news outlets, they said that you can't, in New Zealand, I think you can get like 10 years or something if you show it, if you show any of the footage. So, I mean, you know, it's a very serious thing now, serious offense to do those things. I saw some commentary on somebody saying that they don't believe you should be censored that way or you should get that steep of a penalty. But, I mean, because it's sort of censorship, but then it's also, you don't want to see those things. You don't want to see that video. No. It's like up there with the beheading videos, which I happened to see once, and I wish I didn't, because it really changes the way you think about people. In the world.
Yeah, much as I hate watching things like that, and it's absolutely horrific, there's that little bit of morbid fascination there as well. And then I always feel really guilty afterwards, because you're seeing basically the most intimate moment of someone's life. when the life's taken from them, and you can't help but sort of empathise. What was really horrific about that Christchurch video when I saw it was there was no blood. You couldn't see blood. You could just see people huddling in corners, and this gun, like just at the front of the screen, like Doom or Call of Duty or something, blasting them, you know. And at one point, he sort of points. There's a guy who's on the floor who's already shot, and he just points the gun down and just shoots him in the head again. You know, as he's on the floor. But at no point the quality of the footage, thankfully, is not good enough to see details. But you never see blood.
Yeah.
You know, you just see this gun just going off, and it's
most of that stuff on movies is like fake. They just do that to make you
yeah.
know, life sometimes, if you don't, you know, it depends on circumstances, obviously. But in real life, that's what makes it more horrifying when you see real things, because it's not like the movies.
Yeah, but I believe there was blood, but you know.
Oh yeah, that definitely. I mean, after and everything, but it's just terrible. It's a terrible thing. I believe they caught the guy already. He's in custody.
Apparently some brave guy in the mosque ran out, picked up the guy's shotgun. He'd sort of discarded the shotgun, and he pointed it at the guy. And I think the shooter thought he had got another gun and it was loaded, and he sort of tried to flee. And yeah, basically, if that guy hadn't have done what he did, he was about to continue. The shooter was going to go to his car, get the gun, and go back into the mosque again.
Yeah.
But why do you need to use that as a platform to, you know,
boost yourself?
Yeah. This, by the way, you know, this is just us making a conversation around that.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in.
And that's the thing. We're not going to even, like, in the title, because the title and the main picture that you put on the YouTube video is what really draws people. When people listen to us because they want to listen to us, then they're going to hear us talking about it. But I'm not going to use that in the title. I'm not going to say anything about shootings. I'm just going to say exploiting disasters. When you get into it, then we discuss it. But it's you know, and that's the thing. When you use those keywords, you get thousands of views because people want to hear about this. They want to know what's going on, and it's you know, half the time the places don't even talk about it. Well, that was the show for today. Let us know what you think about this subject. Do you think that people are exploiting all these natural disasters, or do you think that they're just, you know, interested and they want to talk about things? Leave your comments in the description below, and please like and subscribe. And we will see you on Friday.
It's all with Marquez and Buller. It's all with Marquez and Buller.
Leave your I'm pointing downwards because I see people do this. Like and subscribe, because Gary and I want to make a few bucks, and that's
want that cheddar.
We want to get a few beers. Well, Gary does, not me. I drink Zevia.
Lovely beer. Yeah, Friday. Time flies. It really does. It's like I've been here less than an hour.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Okay, wait. Stop it.
Oh gosh. 1 minute. My battery's, for some reason now we're recording the video, my battery goes really, really quickly. Sorry, no power off. Am I back on? So, on. Yeah.
There you go. honestly, leave the if you leave your
See me now?
yeah.
So could probably just edit this, can't we?
Yeah.
So hang on a second, my camera's been turned off for some reason. It's a bit annoying. I think it's because I'm in low power mode on my phone.
Oh.
But I was going to say the
You became blue.
I'm blue. Oh gosh. 1 minute. 1 minute. I just lost my train of thought. My battery's, for some reason now we record.
Supposedly now you can get in trouble. I was listening on Sunday because today's Wednesday. With me, William Marquez, and Gary Buller.
And Sensor Dog. Hello, Sensor Dog.
Look at Sensor Dog.
He's happy there. Look at him. Hi. Sorry. Yes.